Well guys, now that we are expert in Sketch interface and the grid is ready, let's get started. We'll begin by getting to know the basic shape tools of a sketch. So let's go back to the toolbar and on the upper left corner, click on the Insert button, then Shape, and then you'll see a list with the predetermined shapes of a sketch. Lines, arrows, polygons, stars, as well as more traditional shapes like rectangles, ovals, rounded rectangles. Let us start with a rectangle. After clicking on this shape, the mouse pointer is different, and now it's represented with the plus icon and a little square next to it. Click and drag to create a rectangle. We did something similar to this with the artboard, remember? So, now that the object is created, we are going to interact with it. We can select it by clicking on the shape or directly from the left panel. We can also do it with the selection tool by clicking and dragging until selecting it. Once selected, we see a box around the object, which determines its limits within a rectangle, regardless the shape. What does it mean? Okay, let's create a circle. See? There's also a bounding box around it, which is squared, despite of the circle. We can click and drag to move the shape around the canvas. Also, if we click and drag while holding Shift, the shape can be moved without altering its axis. Shift and Option keys are of great help when using shapes, since they let us work with them in an easier way. For example, if we select the shape and drag while holding Option, we can duplicate and position it anywhere in the canvas where we want it to be. In addition, we can use the handles in the shape's corners to scale the object by clicking and dragging. That's it. If we want to come back to its previous size, just press Shift and drag to scale it up again. This is really useful, especially when creating circles or squares. So, if we scale it holding Option key, what we are going to do is scale it up or down from its center instead from a corner. Can you see it? Apart from these options we just saw to work and manage shapes, text, images, icons, etc., we'll find other features and settings in this spectrum on the right that are made visible after selecting any shape. Here we can change its position along the horizontal or vertical axis, change its size manually, rotate it or flip it, adjust the radius, opacity, blending mode, its borders, among others. So we'll be looking into all of them and its applications in the following lessons. Well, so now that we've learned to create and interact with objects, let's do an exercise together, shall we? See you in the next video.